Item Number SCP-4096 Anomaly Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4096 is contained at its location, which has been surrounded by chain-link fence and marked as condemned. In the event that SCP-4096 moves through the wall of the building and into public view, a secondary wall will be constructed to obscure it. Testing on SCP-4096 requires explicit permission from the O5 Council and is currently a top priority. Update postponed indefinitely. Description: existing as a complex topological manifold nested within a portion of wall in the now-defunct Records Office in the city of Hereford, England. SCP-4096 represents a method of reversing the two opposing sides of an established dichotomy, thereby swapping the two members of an opposite or antithetical pairing. This effect is permanent unless SCP-4096 is used to reverse it, and extends only to the surrounding area. Since SCP-4096 is both physical and non-defined in physical terms except the abstract, its position cannot be externally altered. As a minor overcompensation for continental drift, SCP-4096 moves approximately 0.4 centimeters north each year. The following is a list of all recorded use of SCP-4096. 2018, June 12th. Activated by civilian, reversing the pairing of night and day in a radius of 100 meters. The moon became a ball of incandescent plasma, and the sun became a colossal sphere of glowing rock. This change only affected reality within the area of effect. June 14th. Activated by initial containment team, reversing the pairing of red and blue in a radius of 100 meters. All electromagnetic radiation was mirrored on the EM spectrum about the 0.545 nanometers. The resultant property damage and loss of life extended well past the area of effect, with a death toll of 24 staff, 9 civilians. June 29th. Activated by a team of research staff, reversing the pairing of good and bad in a radius of 100 meters. 1 survivor, currently incarcerated. July 11th. Activated by a member of D-Class personnel, reversing the pairing of big and small. Subject deceased. Bacteria neutralized after 38 hours. No spatial distortions observed. July 21st. Activated by member of D-Class personnel, reversing the pairing of big and small in a radius of 100 meters. Building underwent structural integrity failure. Subject was located crushed under wristwatch. August 1st, activated by member of D-Class personnel, reversing the pairing of broken and unbroken in a radius of 100 meters. Building underwent structural integrity, subject was located broken. September 2nd, spontaneously activated, reversing the pairing of normal and abnormal in a radius of 200 meters. Investigatory team inadvertently activated SCP-4096 during the retrieval of various anomalous objects, which have since been placed into storage. A secondary volume has been added to the log of anomalous items to compensate. September 3rd, activated by investigatory team, reversing the pairing of up and down in a radius of 250 meters. MTF Theta 90 angle grinders were dispatched to reverse the effect. Before an activation can be triggered, SCP-4096 spontaneously self-activated. September 3rd. Spontaneously activated, reversing the pairing of willing and unwilling in the radius of 500 meters. MTF Theta 270 left the area of effect almost immediately. A number of insects were released into the building, and a team of entomophobic D-Class personnel were dispatched to attempt to determine the source of the activations. September 3rd. Spontaneously activated, reversing the pairing of forward and backward in a radius of 950 meters. D-Class continued to reverse towards the anomaly after a moment of confusion. September 3rd, spontaneously activated, reversing the pairing of inside and outside in a radius of 1.6 kilometers. Those inside buildings went outside, while the external monitoring team went or became inside. Since SCP-4096 was intersecting the wall of the records office, it remained in place. September 3rd, spontaneously activated, reversing the pairing of speech and silence in a radius of 20 kilometers. SCP-4096 bleeds continuously for several minutes. Since all persons present were only capable of hearing silence, no action was taken. September 3rd, spontaneously activated, reversing an unknown pairing over an unknown radius. September 4th, spontaneously activated. See current description. Item number SCP-4096. Anomaly class debated. Special containment procedures. SCP-4096 is, under the manifold's current definition, contained. A method of breaching said containment is currently being investigated. Description: SCP-4096 is a covert multinational organization dedicated to the containment, destruction, or utilization of phenomena that defy natural law. The leaders of SCP-4096, the Overseer Council, now designated SCP-4096-1, were currently trying to either activate the manifold containing them, or since the manifold has supplied ample containment measures to prevent a breach, externally trigger it. Note that while the organization itself is currently contained, the majority of staff and resources are not. Only those items specifically embodying SCP-4096 are contained within the manifold at the present time. The current containment of SCP-4096 by an anomalous phenomenon and SCP-4096's possession of an entity within its own database are at worst minor inconveniences for all employees except SCP-4096-1. Notably, the employees who make up SCP-4096-1 were those directly responsible for the deliberate activation of the containing manifold, and in doing so prompted the manifold to permanently reverse a subset of contained and containing. SCP-4096's staff are currently being urged by SCP-4096-1 to breach the manifold defensive perimeter at the earliest opportunity. Since this will invariably prove unfeasible, non-manifold related work is to continue as normal.